Ray Charles, the genius of soul. Few artists in music history have left as indelible a mark on the world as Ray Charles. Known for his soulful voice, groundbreaking fusion of genres, and his ability to transcend the limitations imposed by blindness, Charles revolutionized American music. His life and career were a testament to the power of perseverance, creativity, and passion. In this blog post, we'll dive deep into the life, struggles, and legacy of Ray Charles, examining his impact on music and society. Ray Charles Robinson was born on September 23, 1930, in Albany, Georgia, into poverty during the depths of the Great Depression. His parents, Bailey Robinson and Aretha Williams, were sharecroppers, and from an early age, Ray's life was steeped in hardship. The family moved to Greenville, Florida, when Ray was still a baby, where he would spend most of his early years. Tragedy struck early when Ray's younger brother, George, drowned in a washtub in 1935. Ray, just 5 years old, witnessed the event and was deeply affected by it throughout his life. Shortly after, he began to experience vision problems, eventually becoming fully blind by the age of 7 due to what is believed to have been glaucoma. Despite these overwhelming setbacks, Ray's mother insisted he develop independence and a strong will to survive. She sent him to the Florida School for the Deaf and Blind in St. Augustine, where he learned to read, write, and compose music in Braille. His time at the school gave Ray his first formal exposure to music, but it was here that he encountered classical music, a genre he initially found alienating. However, this training laid the groundwork for the musician's later ability to adapt across a wide range of genres. Ray left school at 15 after his mother died and moved to Jacksonville, then Orlando, before finally settling in Seattle in 1948. Seattle's jazz scene was vibrant, and Charles found steady work as a pianist, performing in various nightclubs and honing his skills as an arranger and composer. During this time, he dropped his last name to avoid confusion with boxer Sugar Ray Robinson, becoming simply Ray Charles. One of Charles's earliest professional influences was the smooth crooning of Nat King Cole and the intricate big band sound of Charles Brown. His early recordings reflected these styles, especially evident in his first 2 singles, Confession Blues and Baby Let Me Hold Your Hand, which did well regionally. But something was missing. While technically adept, Ray Charles was still searching for his distinct sound, a sound that would set him apart in the rapidly evolving post-war American music landscape. Ray Charles's big break came in 1952 when he signed with Atlantic Records. It was here that he began developing what would become his signature style, a blend of gospel, blues, jazz, and rhythm and blues, R&B. Atlantic Records allowed Charles more creative freedom than he had previously experienced, and he seized the opportunity. The 1950s marked a period of incredible artistic growth for Charles, where he truly found his voice. His breakthrough came with the 1954 single I Got a Woman, a song that combined gospel's fervor with R&B's groove, essentially laying the foundation for what would become soul music. I Got a Woman became a huge hit and established Charles as a leading figure in the burgeoning R&B scene. This period saw him produce a string of hits, including Hallelujah, I Love Her So, Drown in My Own Tears, and This Little Girl of Mine. By the late 1950s, Ray Charles had become a full-fledged star, capable of moving seamlessly between genres. His music was innovative, blending the sacred and the secular in ways that shocked traditional audiences while exciting younger listeners. He was known for taking gospel songs and altering their lyrics to fit more worldly themes, a practice that was controversial but undeniably influential. The late 1950s and early 1960s were pivotal years for Charles. His influence transcended R&B and entered the pop and jazz arenas. In 1959, Ray Charles left Atlantic Records for ABC Paramount Records, a move that came with more creative control and better financial terms. It was here that he recorded one of his most famous songs, What Did I Say?, a 7-minute improvisation that became a massive hit. Its call and response structure, electric piano riff, and irresistible beat were a perfect blend of gospel's soul and rock and roll's edge. Charles was now experimenting with a variety of genres. His 1960 album, The Genius Hits the Road, was a landmark, particularly for its iconic single, Georgia on My Mind. The song was a personal ode to his home state and became so popular that it was eventually named Georgia's official state song in 1979. This track, blending blues, jazz, and pop, marked Ray's smooth transition into the mainstream. His voice, emotionally charged and versatile, drew listeners from all walks of life. In 1962, Charles released Modern Sounds in Country and Western Music, an album that took the American country music scene by surprise. In a bold and unprecedented move, he infused the traditional sounds of country with soulful rhythms and jazz arrangements. Hits like I Can't Stop Loving You and You Don't Know Me were smash successes, proving that Ray Charles could transcend racial, social, and musical boundaries. This album was not only a commercial success, but also a symbol of integration during the tense racial climate of the civil rights era. While his professional life flourished, Charles faced significant personal struggles. He developed a heroin addiction early in his career, which would plague him for nearly 2 decades. His drug use led to multiple arrests, including one in 1965 when he was caught with heroin at Boston's Logan Airport. Following this arrest, Charles sought help, entering a rehabilitation program and successfully quitting heroin cold turkey. His personal life was equally tumultuous. Charles had numerous affairs and fathered a total of 12 children with 9 different women. His relationships were often strained, and his relentless touring schedule didn't leave much room for family life. Yet despite these challenges, Ray Charles remained focused on his music. In the 1970s and 1980s, Ray Charles continued to record and tour extensively, though his output slowed as new musical trends emerged. Still, he remained a beloved figure in American music. He appeared on TV, performed with contemporary artists, and his work began to receive even greater recognition. In 1986, Ray Charles was one of the first musicians to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, solidifying his legacy as a pioneer of modern music. His contribution to jazz, blues, R&B, country, and pop was acknowledged worldwide. One of his most memorable later moments came when he performed America the Beautiful at the 1984 Republican National Convention. His soulful rendition of the patriotic tune became a definitive version, showing his ability to breathe new life into even the most traditional songs. Ray Charles passed away on June 10, 2004, at the age of 73, from complications related to liver disease. By the time of his death, he had achieved nearly every accolade a musician could dream of. He won 17 Grammy Awards, including a Lifetime Achievement Award, and had influenced countless artists across multiple genres, from Stevie Wonder and Aretha Franklin to Billy Joel and Eric Clapton. Ray Charles's life was a testament to the power of music and its ability to transcend barriers of race, genre, and disability. His blend of gospel, blues, jazz, and R&B paved the way for future generations of artists, and his willingness to challenge societal norms made him a transformative figure in both music and culture. His legacy continues to inspire musicians, and his recordings remain a vibrant testament to his genius. Ray Charles will forever be remembered as the genius of soul. His life, full of hardship and triumph, served as a powerful reminder of what can be achieved with talent, determination, and relentless creativity. From his early days overcoming blindness and poverty to his groundbreaking fusion of genres, Ray Charles created music that touched the world. In the words of Frank Sinatra, Ray Charles was the only true genius in show business. His voice, his spirit, and his contributions to music will echo through the ages, reminding us of the profound emotional power of music and the indomitable human spirit.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Delving into the Deep for regular updates.